Ever since Jake Paul appeared on Vine, his online career has been entrenched in controversy and scandals.
Oh my goodness! What is going on?
Like his brother, Jake has also crafted a notorious reputation, not only for his outrageous antics, but also for the way he manipulates and exploits those around him for views and likes, a very common practice among YouTubers.
I'm just thinking, what color?
Today, we dive into the chaotic world of Jake Paul, revealing numerous victims left in his wake, starting from family betrayals to bitter rivalries and toxic relationships. When it comes to Jake Paul and his relentless pursuit of internet fame, not even his family is safe, including his own brother Logan Paul. You probably remember that Logan Paul was a part of Team 10 and was later kicked out by Jake Paul, who was deemed the king of the group as he founded it in 2016. Allegedly, Jake learned that his girlfriend at the time, Alyssa, had slept with his brother Logan, and he decided to take revenge by recording a diss track, "It's Everyday Bro," which featured all the remaining members of Team 10. The video quickly went viral, and Logan had no choice but to respond to it, which he did with another diss track, "The Fall of Jake Paul." Logan followed it up with another diss track, this one featuring his ex-girlfriend Alyssa and her seemingly leaning to kiss Logan Paul as a way to take a jab at Jake. The beef between the two sparked a significant amount of debate online, with people saying that Jake deserved the roasting because he basically brought it on himself with the first diss track. Even though Logan and Alyssa confirmed the hookup, Alyssa defended herself and Logan by disclosing that Jake never labeled or considered her his girlfriend, saying, "We were together, but we weren't together." Trashing his brother online would become a sort of practice for Jake.
Why all your vlogs look like mine? Reflection, I see you talking trash about the song we made. We did.
Who is known for overstepping boundaries and doing too much. Considering that both brothers dipped their toes in boxing, they often engaged in competitive jabs as part of boxing promotion, which often crossed into personal territory.
I exterminated the spider, and that's what my brother's gonna do tomorrow against Roman Reigns.
In an episode of their podcast, Impulsive, Jake Paul openly said to Logan's face that he was not a fighter. He did not engage in real fights and only did exhibitions. Ouch. Regarding support, Jake has not been the best brother, not only in Logan's boxing career, but also in his entrepreneurial endeavors, namely the Prime drink. Logan called Jake out in an episode of his podcast for failing to promote his drink at Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul, which Jake cold-heartedly said, "Just get over it." Furthermore, Jake rejected promoting the drink because it involved KSI, despite Logan's pleas to help his brother's business grow. Talking of KSI and public feuds, the beef between Jake and Olajide Olatunji, better known as KSI, goes back to 2018 when KSI first joined the YouTube boxing scene. After winning his first fight with Joe Weller, KSI turned his attention to the Paul brothers, challenging both of them.
Wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care.
But only Logan would accept the challenge. The first boxing match between the two resulted in a majority draw, disappointing the audience and the YouTube collective. Eventually, Logan and KSI would meet again in the ring. However, this time it was a professional boxing bout, which KSI won by split decision. In addition to KSI winning the fight, he took jabs at Jake after winning the bout with Logan, calling him out for not accepting the fight and labeling him as a Disney Channel star. Ever since, Jake has been blasting and roasting KSI for numerous reasons, from rumors that KSI refused to fight him to his deliberate choice of weak opponents, such as Swamps. While some say their whole dynamic is just a part of boxing promotion, others claim that Jake's trash talk and actions can be considered bullying. It is not unusual for Jake to film his phone conversations with KSI and post them online, in which he calls him a coward for not wanting to fight him. If that wasn't enough, Jake also leaked his private messages with KSI, as the two were involved in behind-the-scenes negotiations for the fight, but the plans were scrapped as KSI wanted to focus on his music career. Jake posted the video and the messages to tease and ridicule KSI for ducking once again before insulting his receding hairline. It doesn't end there. Most recently, Jake leaked KSI's new opponent, Amar Khan, whom he was set to fight in August. The name of KSI's opponent was meant to remain a secret as it was Khan's big comeback to the boxing scene. Here's what Jake tweeted. KSI versus Amir Khan. Good entertainment. Khan did not remain silent. He clapped back at Paul addressing KSI. If he dies, he dies. Then Jake Paul up. Send contract or go back to Disney. Beyond his public disputes with other YouTubers, Jake Paul's treatment of those in his personal life reveals another troubling pattern. If there were an award for the most tumultuous and toxic relationship of 2017, Jake Paul and Alyssa Violet would definitely be a good competition for it. Alyssa Violet, an influencer and YouTuber who came to prominence after signing with Team 10, was often the talk of the town due to her controversial on and off relationship with Jake Paul. Dating a famous and on-the-rise YouTuber might have seemed a good idea at the beginning, but later the relationship would go south as Jake's true colors came to the surface. Jake, who built his channel and online personality around pranks, which were often outright vicious and mean, loved to pull pranks on Alyssa as part of the content for Team 10. His abusive behavior toward Alyssa or other females who were part of Team 10 was often discussed, even by his brother, who jumped to his defense. Despite the support, there are numerous videos of their pranks, showing how Jake Paul treated Alyssa. She even filmed a video detailing her horrific experience as being the butt of Jake Paul's jokes. In one particular prank, Jake violently pushed her into a bush.
This would be funny. He shoved me all the way into the bush, and see this? I don't know if you guys can see. This scar right here were from thorns, and my entire arm was bleeding.
And later, Alyssa said that he had done it too hard as she landed in the bush and her hand was entirely covered in thorns, which she later had to dig out. She said, "He was laughing the whole time while I was crying and he didn't give a." If that wasn't enough, there's another video in which Jake spat on Alyssa, again as part of a prank. Later, Jake Paul claimed that Alyssa had cheated on him with his brother.
But like, for them to say that I even laid a finger on Alyssa is the most absurd thing in the world. She made a video. It was like her video that
had been using him for his clout and was happy to take part in the pranks as long as she gained media exposure and subscribers. Given the video evidence, many were not convinced by Jake's statement, especially since no one can know with certainty what truly transpired between the two and the deals they discussed behind closed doors, especially now when it is not uncommon for celebrities and YouTubers to put forth a facade projecting a false image of themselves. Even outside of romantic relationships, Jake Paul's interactions with others in the YouTube community have often been less than savory. The awkward encounter between the famous YouTuber and former Viner, Jake Paul and Cody Ko, shows that there's no honor among YouTubers, at least on Jake's behalf. The Canadian podcaster, media personality, and rapper joined YouTube in 2014 and quickly rose to fame for his numerous videos, often targeting other online personalities and calling them out for scamming people, making outrageous content, and creating clickbait videos for likes and subscribers. As you can guess, the Paul brothers were, at times, the subject of his videos, most of which went viral and gained millions of views in a short span, such as That's Cringe, Jake Paul edition. In the video, Cody Ko and Noel roasted Jake Paul over his video with Savage 21 and many other clips, labeling his behavior as fake and cringe. Jake, who does not take criticism well or any negative comments regarding his personality and content, took some shots at Cody Ko, branding him as a bully and using his name and content to garner more views. The straw that broke the camel's back was Cody Ko's video titled That's Cringe, Teacher's Diss, in which Cody Ko and Noel blasted Jake Paul over dissing teachers as passive educators who fill students' head with useless information. As payback, Jake made a literal setup for Cody Ko to blast him without his knowledge and create content for his video, confronting internet cyberbully Cody Ko. In 2019, Jake Paul, unannounced and uninvited, made a surprise visit during a taping of a podcast hosted by Jeff Wittick and confronted Cody Ko about his commentary and the fact that he creates negative content meant to hurt people. Judging by Cody Ko's reaction, he was unaware of his visit and was ambushed by Jake and his buddies, who jumped in with cameras. Cody Ko stretched out his arm to shake Jake's when he initially appeared, but Jake Paul ignored it and started blasting him for his content and hypocrisy, calling him a cyberbully. He then appeared taken aback by the confrontation and explained that his content was satirical and comedic and was not meant to be taken seriously. Jake Paul remained unfazed by Cody Ko's words and continued calling him out, creating a visibly awkward and charged situation. The incident received widespread attention, and it was not a good look for Cody. After this confrontation, Cody Ko made a video to explain his side of the story. Many began criticizing Jake Paul for ambushing Cody Ko in a way that was hypocritical and confrontational. In contrast, others claimed it was all Jake's attempt to gain publicity and reach other demographics with his fake anti-bully campaign. Jake Paul's controversial path through social media has left a trail of damaged relationships and contentious feuds. As we've seen, his pursuit of fame often comes at the expense of those around him, painting a troubling picture of the true cost of success.